Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie, and my amazing guest today, return to guest. She is so amazing. Lisa Marree is here with us again. So much great information. Make sure you share this out, tag your friends. Here we go. Do you want to know how amazing people connect? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie.
Thanks for connecting. And if you like what you hear, please share.
Special thank you to our sponsors of Marketing with Russ, the Hounds of Business Community, Liz Lawless and Author Adventures, the Alzheimer's Association, and the Master Connector Show. For more information on the Hounds of Business Community and how to become part of this great group, go to Hounds of Business Community on LinkedIn. And for more information on Liz Lawless and how to take advantage of her author adventures, go to lizlawless.com. For information on the Alzheimer's Association in their fight against Alzheimer's and how to give to this amazing organization, go to alz.org. And finally, for more information on the Master Connector Show and my friend Steve and Rob, go to masterconnector.show. Music by Connor Hedge and Protestant, used with permission. Hey everybody, welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie. I am so glad that you're joining us today. Man, it's going to be a great discussion today. So excited. Lisa Marree has always got so much value, so much information. So excited for the conversation today. But we got a few things to take care of first. And we're going to start with, if you're new to Marketing with Russ, welcome. Thanks so much for joining us. We're here every Monday and Thursday, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for your listening and viewing pleasure. That's right. After we go live at 8 a.m., it sits on LinkedIn, YouTube forever, and Facebook for 30 days, the three networks we broadcast on. It'll sit there so you go back and watch it forever. And then if you happen to miss it or don't have time to watch, guess what? Then it converts to Apple Podcast and Spotify, and you can listen while you're getting ready for work, while you're jogging, whatever you like to do, wherever you like to listen to podcasts. And you know what? We would be so grateful. I know I would, if you would like and share and engage no matter where you listen or where you watch. We would appreciate that so much. And do that today. Jump in, tell us hello, let us know where you're watching from. Let us know what you think about the topics we talk about. You can talk to us and you can connect with us and other people in the comments. So take a look and be active in there today. Love to have you in there. Some people ask me, what in the world is Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie, all about? Well, we're going to have to get into the hashtag Russ Selfie part later, but this is all about how amazing people connect. That's right. I am a firm believer that connection and community building is the foundation for any good marketing plan, any good business, really any good life. I say that all the time, but it is so true. And I am so thankful for that. I am so thankful every day that I can connect and build community. And you know what? life has its ups and its downs, but when you have community around you, it makes such a difference. And I always say, like behind me there, my new book, Life Happens and Then You Choose. Guess what? When you're choosing good community and amazing people, man, it makes life so much better. I love the quote by Jim Rohn that says, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." And my amazing guest today was personally mentored by Jim Rohn. It's an amazing man who, that quote is in my book, of course. But that's the choices you make, who you hang out, what your environment is, how you look at things that are happening to you, and who is around to help you when those things happen. So anyway, super excited to have you all here today. So besides amazing people, I just love to connect with people. I love to connect. So please connect with me at russhedge.com, russhedge.com. And you know what? I would love to Zoom with you. There's so many things you can do there, but you can schedule time directly on my calendar to Zoom with me, or you can communicate pretty much any other way. All of it's there. The information about my books are there. The information about my inspirational speaking, my marketing coaching, my live stream producing, it's all there. Also, would love for you to subscribe to our YouTube page. Be part of our community there. All you got to do is go to marketingwithruss.live. That's it. If you know the name of this show, you can make it. So I keep it simple. My name is my website. The name of the show is how you get to my YouTube page. There you go. So love for you to subscribe. All of the thousands of people that we've talked to, amazing people on all my live streams, and I do 6 a week. There are so many opportunities for you to connect with amazing people there. So please go there and subscribe. Also, please share and tag your friends today. Let them know that we're on. Everybody gets busy, and we want to help this community continue to grow. Amazing, amazing people coming together can do amazing things. So share it out, tag your friends. Thank you so much for that. Okay. And besides everything we've covered, the book we've covered, I want to tell you real quickly that I had an amazing book, and I talked about this a while back. I had an amazing book release, book signing here in Albany, Oregon after our initial release. Had so much fun. Here's a couple pictures of friends and people getting their books. Had such a great time. But I want to let you know there's another one coming up. If you missed that one, guess what? If you're local and you want to come by and actually get a signature from me and just talk to me and pick your book up at Willamette Valley Christian Supply, this time it's a kind of a Christmas Hallmark celebration. I'll be with several other authors this time, not just by myself. It's on December 13th at Willamette Valley Christian Supply in Albany, Oregon, in the Heritage Mall. And there's all the information. It's going to be 10 to 4. Going to be a lot of fun, and I'll be there with all of my books, but also there'll be other people, lots of value there. So I wanted to let you know that that'll be coming up. Okay. So last thing we do, marketing tip of the day, and then we'll get Lisa on here. And I think is a good one. All these are just simple, give you a little nudge in the right direction. All right, here we go. This is your marketing tip of the day. Look at the whole picture. That's it. Look at the whole picture. We talk about the holistic lifestyle and looking at everything that goes into things, your mind, body, your soul, all that goes into your health, your emotional well-being is so important because it all affects everything you do with your business, everything you do with your marketing plan, everything you do with your customers, and how you treat other people and how you accept things from them, whether they're gratitude or challenging comments or whatever it might be. You need to be ready for all of those things. So when you take a look at the big picture of life, it's the whole picture. It makes things so much easier. And then when life happens, it's easier to choose because you're really getting a good view of things. Things don't look nearly so bad when you look at them all together instead of one little thing at a time. So look at the whole picture, and that is your marketing tip of the day. All right, there we go. And so just a reminder, that's cut out and put out on YouTube Shorts, on social media. You can actually share that separately. That'll be out here in a couple days. And so thank you for sharing that out. We're going to get Lisa in the room. Are you ready, Lisa? Here she is, Lisa Marree. Hey, Lisa. Woohoo! Look at that. Hey, I've seen that book somewhere.
You have. And I have a beautiful message inside, all the way down under. So I am so grateful. Thank you so much, Russ. was
You're
beautiful.
welcome. And you got my smiley face, which
I
is
did.
my trademark that I always use. In fact, it's funny because in my very first book, Befuddled, Live the Life You Choose, I was putting in a little GIF smiley face that I got online, and I thought it was cute. And my publisher said, "I'm sorry, but you have to pay for that." I said, "Well, that's fine." And then I started thinking about it. I have to pay for this silly little smiley face. And she goes, "Yeah, it was like $5. It was nothing big." But I thought, that's crazy. And my daughter looks at me and she's like, "Dad, just use your smiley face." And I thought, okay. So my first book, I actually put the smiley face in the book, and that was my own more me anyway. It wasn't somebody else's thing. So yeah. Anyway, I love that. I love to make people smile. So thank you. I'm glad you got it. Very exciting.
It took a
So,
while to
okay.
get down under.
Except for I mailed it today and it got there tomorrow. I don't know how that happens, but anyway.
Well, I do
Okay.
live in Tomorrowland, so some things are amazing.
Yes. Well, we are going to jump right into it. Tell everybody, for the one person watching that doesn't know who Lisa Marree is by this point, who in the world is Lisa Marree? What are you up to?
Lisa Marree Lisa is my first name. Marree is my second name, just for the people who are curious. I have a medical science background and have basically spent the last 20 years as a holistic health practitioner, and specializing in women of my beautiful, graceful, wise age, the 40, 50, 60, 70 era. And basically, I really help women take back control of their health, to develop a strong body, a calm mind, and to just understand that they really are in control of a healthy future, despite that word menopause. A lot of women really find that a very difficult transition. So I come with the unique blend of science and ancient wisdom, because I've been practicing the Eastern arts for over 40 years since a teenager. So it's a very, very unique, powerful combination. And I love helping women understand that they hold the power to have a truly total body, mind, wellness situation. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing. So
Well,
looking at the whole picture, Russ, this is your marketing quote of the day. This is what it's all about. You've got to take a healthy life is a toolkit.
That's right. Well, and if you're a guy watching this today and you're thinking, what does this have to do with me? Well, I hate to tell you, but we're all human beings and we all need a good holistic life picture of our life and what's going on. And, it is, men and women are different, by the way, and they go through different things, but there's so much the same in so many areas of life, and being holistically healthy and together mentally, and all kinds of things we all go through, issues as we grow, that it's so important. So everything that we talk about is just so applicable really to everybody for the most part.
Absolutely, because on the other side of things as well is that most men in a relationship will be at a stage where they're with a woman going through the transition, and a woman doesn't understand what's going on with her body and her mind. So it really helps men understand as well that an alien hasn't taken over their beautiful partner. It's literally they need nurturing and just a lot of compassion during this stage, because it's a very stormy, unstable time of life. And I think men will... I think we're moving into an era, Russ, where we're coming back to the real ground roots of foundations of healthy living, which is a holistic way of life, because we're spiraling into digital dementia and unhealthy living. So I think if men look at the whole picture of their own body and mind, they can really make some shifts as well. And
Yeah.
finding moments of stillness is one of those things.
Right. Yeah, no, I totally agree. Well, and how many years have you been married, Lisa?
To which partner?
Well,
I've
to
I've
who you're
been married
married to.
3 times.
Okay, so let's go with this one.
20 years.
Okay. So what I was going to say was anybody who's been married for any length of time, and obviously you have, um, this is where you talked about being understanding men of women going through menopause or whatever that's going on. It goes both ways, everybody,
Yes.
because guys are going through stuff and things are going on.
Oh,
And
100%.
number one thing that every husband should do is get a copy of my book and think the moment your wife says something, you should stop and think, something just happened. And now I get to choose where I'm going from there, because a good marriage is made on good choices and understanding each other.
Yeah.
We don't always agree on everything, but the whole thing is thinking it through and all of that. And that also is understanding what is going on the other side. If the
Yeah.
husband is there and the wife is going through stuff, are you stopping and thinking about what's going on? I know I have to work on that all the time. I am far from perfect and always working on that, listening better, understanding better. And I have a long ways to go, but that's something that I'm always choosing to be better at. And that is, what you were alluding to there is both partners have to be thoughtful about what the other one's going through.
Yeah. Yeah. This wasn't intentional to turn this into a relationship talk, but I think this is so important, Russ, because Brad and I, because I'm 56 and Brad is 61, and we actually talk very openly, and he talks very openly and vulnerable about what his aging concerns are, the longevity things, and reflecting on life, and did I do good enough, and have I done the best with my children, and am I looking after myself the best way I can? So although the topic of men are from Mars and women are from Venus comes up quite a lot, because
it's true.
we have two very different primal instinct brains, and
Right.
men don't get women and women don't get men. And so to be really compassionate and patient to try and understand what the other person's trying to convey is really, really important.
Well, and so since we're continuing on this, I'll tell you a good example. There's some things we all do good and some things we don't do so good. And my beautiful wife, where she has been so good, is all the time I've been going through the cancer journey and
Bring
always
yourself up on
thoughtful of
stage. Bring
what?
yourself up here. Make
Oh,
yourself big on the screen.
oh, yes. Sorry about that. Thank you. I was so thoughtful about what I was going to say. I didn't even look at that. So thank you. The she's always thinking about how I'm feeling, what I'm going through, and always being thoughtful about asking me, am I making sure I'm checking, like right before the show, are you checking your blood sugar? Do you know where you're at? Have you eaten enough? Are you taking care of yourself? You're going to go into the show and is the thing going to be beeping like crazy, which it was, just thinking about different things that are going on. But I really appreciate that because she cares enough to always be thoughtful and thinking about the things that I'm going through. And I would hope that I'm just even a portion as good as she is at trying to be that back, to her, because that's something we got to think about all the time, because most of life's challenges in relationships are the other partner not thinking about what their partner's going through. Because, you come home from work, you got all this stuff going on from work, you go out and who knows what has happened that's created whatever mood the person's in. You got to give yourself time to think through, hey, something else is driving whatever's going on right now. So I got to be making sure. And, I got to be careful because sometimes, I'll be maybe say things that don't actually diffuse the situation, maybe antagonize the situation on not meaning to, but you do that, right? And it just comes out of you. And then you think, well, that was really stupid. But no, I think I love going back to what you said at the beginning, though. It's everybody thinking about this is where connection and community building starts, people, with your own partner, your own spouse, your own family. Then it expands to your community from there. And when you're thinking about the way you're connecting, which means the way that you're coming together, whether it's in relationship, well, I mean, all of it's relationships. Some is
Yes.
much closer than others, but it's all different levels of the same thing. Got to be thinking of other people and thinking about what they're going through. And it's, man, I tell you, it's my lifelong journey to listen better and think more of other people, because we all got to continue to work on that.
Jim Rohn. So we got 2 of these and 1 of these.
Right. Exactly.
And he also said that most conflict is actually personality difference of 2 people's values and belief system. We have to understand that what I say, I think I'm right. But what the other person is saying is their belief system, and they think they're right as well. So you
Right.
can't just lock heads because I'm right and you're wrong. So it's so interesting that when we're so passionate about something and we believe what we believe, that if somebody's not on the same page, you can tend to get a little bit snarky about it. And that's just silly, because that person is entitled to their own belief system as well.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
we may
Well, and
not
think
always
about
be
that.
right.
No, I know, shocking that we may not always be right. Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, think about it. You go into a business situation and you're talking to a person and something they says irritates you and they're wrong and you fight with them over it, you lose all their business. You lose a relationship, you lose the business, right? So it's that way
Instantly.
with, yeah, and it's that way with anything. And this is why, when it comes to a more close relationship, I can just tell you, the way that I am. I mean, all guys are fixers, right? I want to fix everything right off the bat. But if I ever have any disagreement, I want to fix it right away. And I always tell my beautiful wife, I tell her, I say, hun, nothing is more important than you are. So I just want to forget. Can we go back and pretend like this didn't happen? Or we can just blame it all on me. I don't care, because it doesn't matter to me. Because most things in life, whether they're close relationships like your spouse or their business relationships, whatever, most arguments or other things come about for silly, stupid reasons, right? And there are things where you just said it, you have to be right. So let's take this out again to when people are dealing with their business or dealing with all the things they've got going on. You know what? Personality conflicts in business happen all day long. And it's why people do or don't work together. And if you want to have a business that's thriving and have people that want to work with you and that like your brand, boy, I tell you, you got to learn just to swallow your pride sometimes, right?
Yeah. Well, when I was in a leadership role in my earlier entrepreneurial years, I did not do things very well, because my guide at the time was, it's my way or the highway kind of attitude. And he was very successful. So, I think failing miserably in trying to lead people is a really good, fast way to learn that's not how you do it. Like, that's the old leadership style. And you want people to be walking with you, by your side, not behind you. And I will never ask anybody to do what I'm not prepared to do myself. And I think that's very important, because I want people to see that I'm prepared. If I'm going to give instruction, I want them to know that this is what I do as well. And that, where I'm good enough to be doing this job as well, kind of thing. I'm prepared to do that. It's not just me passing the buck. Oh, you're quiet. You're on mute.
Oh, and that, by the way, is that is something that, I mean, people, when you lead by example, when you're willing to do what you ask others to do, when you're leading by example, I'm a strong man of faith. And so, I mean, I'll just come out and say it. I look to the things that Jesus did, and I want to be that kind of person, right? You look up to people. Jim Rohn was an amazing man. He mentored you. You looked up to him. You want to be like people, not exactly like them, but you want to be the type of person that they are. And that's a good thing. But you have to lead like those people lead, so that so people will follow you because they're saying, hey, they'll do whatever they're talking about. And that, I think, is so critical. And I think in all of this, in relationships, it boils down to this, especially everybody that's watching in business relationships. And when you're out there interacting with people, I tell you, the best way to not get yourself in a bind is to stop and take a moment. Be quick to listen and slow to speak. Okay. So listen to what people are saying and then think about what you're going to say. For a talker like myself, I've got to say that about 10 times to remind myself. In fact, sometimes someone's saying something, and inside my brain, I'm saying, don't say anything. Don't say anything. What you want to say right now, do not say it. I'm talking to myself inside. Stop. Forget it. Do not say that. So, I mean, we really have to be intentional about all that. So, okay, in the 4 minutes we have remaining to wrap this up, I'm going to let you wrap it up for me. But really, when it comes down to intentionality, and when it comes down to relationships, especially when it expands into business relationships and community and all of that, just kind of put a bow on that for us, and then tell everybody how they get in touch with you for today.
Sure. What I've been thinking about is how you can. I'm one to reflect on. December is a reflection month for me, as well as a planning month. I have a ritual each year that during December, I go back over all the goals that I tick off what I've achieved. I start writing what I want to achieve for the next year. But then I reflect on the things that didn't come to fruition or didn't work out how I thought they should have. And within that, there are the circle of relationships that I'm in. I want to make sure that I'm contributing as much as what I want to get out of it. And sure. I think that's really, really important. Of how can I give the best of me to be able to receive the best of the other people back. And right. And that's in your personal life, your friendship circles, your faith circles, your adventure circles, your business circles, all of those things. And that will really, like, think about next year of how you want these different circles to be like. What do you want them to develop into next year? And a lot of it will be, you have to take a good look at yourself of why things might not be where they are right now.
Yeah. Well, and just like Bob Berg would say, you got to be a go-giver. So when you're taking action by giving, and that, I mean, amazing, philosophy. And that's what I was thinking about the whole time you were talking about that. Also, I just think that, this is this topic that we could probably talk another 3 hours about. So we're going to have to shelve it till next time.
Yes.
But anyway.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. How does everybody get in touch with you, Lisa?
Well, my name, Lisa Marree, MARREE.com, is my website, keeping it nice and simple like Russ. I am on LinkedIn, where you'll find my other links to YouTube, and I have an app as well for my beautiful women over 40 to practice their holistic life with their nutrition, their fitness, doing qigong, meditation, and just learning to have balanced living. So my details of my app are on my website and also on LinkedIn. And there's a 7-day free trial there, so you can come and test it out and see if you like my jam.
That's awesome. So awesome. So go to Lisa's website. All that information is in the comments and in the show notes. So make sure and go there and check it out. Connect with Lisa. You'll be glad you did. And as always, Lisa, amazing conversation. We'll do this again here in a couple of months. So thanks for being here today. I'm going to send you out to the green room. Hang tight. Oh, yeah. Thank you. And I'll talk to you in just a second.
Merry Christmas, everybody, if I don't see you again. Bye.
See ya. Oh, all right. Amazing. Well, listen, everybody, thanks for being with us. Don't forget, every Monday and Thursday, 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, we're here on Marketing with Russ, a.k.a. #RussSelfie. And also, with this converts to not only video podcast sitting on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook, but then audio podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Please engage. Please like and share. Appreciate that so much. Thank you for being an amazing community. And with that, we're going to say goodbye for today. Until next time, have an amazing, amazing life. Talk to you soon. All right. Bye, everybody.
Thanks for joining us for this week's episode of Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. Be sure to subscribe in your favorite podcast app so that you don't miss a single episode. Have an amazing day.